shall we begin? I swear I hate that shit, yo. I hate it. Anyway, y'all, let's welcome back to a special segment of the All Jokes Aside podcast. I brushed over this subject matter on the last episode, but I needed to dive a little deeper into it because it's still popping up on my timeline on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's popping up on my feed. And I got to say something. I see a lot of people are reporting on this Wack 100 and Hassan Campbell situation for views. For views. You know, for views. Everybody giving their opinion on what happened and what was said. And nobody's saying the actual reality of the whole situation. The reality of the whole situation is Wack and Hassan Campbell are corny. Yeah. These are two 40-plus-year-old men going back and forth about some bullshit that don't affect either one of their lives. Like, straight up, like, Nipsey's gone. Whether the alleged sex tape exists, whether Wack is extorting him, whether Hassan is recorded the conversation, it's all lame. All of it. The fact that Wack would have a sex tape of Nipsey and extorting for the tape, and the fact that Hassan Campbell recorded the conversation is lame as hell. Like, they both think they have a dog in this fight. When at the end of the day, you guys, both of you, let me start with Hassan Campbell. Hassan Campbell, I've made videos about Hassan Campbell on my page, and I've kind of like, because he's that annoying to me. You know what I mean? Like, he's that annoying. He is a full-blown cartoon character to me. He's like an actor in a bad hood movie. You know what I mean? Like, his personality is that of an actor. Listen, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York City, I've never in my life met a nigga that act like that. You know what I mean? And you know who he act like? He act like a dude. Like, I live in Florida now. So it's dudes in Florida that's from New York, but been here like 30 years. So they act like the old New York, how like niggas used to act, because they don't understand, like, people don't talk like that no more. That's how Hassan Campbell is. Like, I see through all of that bullshit. Like I said about Hassan, he strikes me as a crazy dude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean gangster. Because you got gangster dudes and you got crazy dudes. Hassan is the type, if you got a gun at his head, he'll be like,
pull the trigger, shoot me. I met everybody but Jesus.
He's that guy. He's the guy to walk towards the gun. He's a scary dude because he's a maniac. Psychopath. He has a lot of unchecked trauma and extremely narcissistic. Because even though a lot of the messages he put out is good, the message gets lost because then he starts sucking his own dick.
I'm the biggest voice on YouTube. Nobody was talking about this before me.
Really? Well, YouTube platform is fairly new, and there's been black men who's been against gangs forever. You're just the one who got big at it on YouTube. Because what you do is you go after celebrities. You go after celebrity gossip, and it's interesting topics, because you're not well-versed on none of this shit I hear you talk about. You're very opinionated on it, but you're not well-versed in the actual situations because you have no connections and you don't know any of the people you talk about. So if you talk about the Chicago shit, the reason why I get so much traction is because Chicago rappers are popular. That gang shit over there is very entertaining. So because you're talking about it with such a brash approach, that's why people are watching. Don't think for 1 minute that the younger dudes who's really affected by it are watching you, bro. Nobody's like, yo, I need to watch our song because I need to change my life. Them little niggas ain't paying you no mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Like, I don't understand why you think that your voice it helps. All you're doing is you're a newscaster. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to know about the latest shooting, let's go to Hassan Campbell's page. I mean, it's a lot of older people that agree with you and your message, and they're like, yo, he's talking that real shit. Yeah, but it's ineffective. It's ineffective. You know who puts real effect on a youth because they're actually in their face? Like a Gilly, a Wallow. Shout out to them. Wallow did 20 years in jail, and I seen him talk to Lil Durk and them and actually cried for them. I respect that. The shit you do, I don't respect none of it because you don't sit in front of none of these people. And then when you get in front of these people, like even with the Tekashi interview, you were trying to, I would have pushed this shit back. I'm never lacking. Like, bro, no. Anybody could get got, son. You know what I mean? Like, you're not invincible, bro. Oh, I wouldn't have got. Come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's exhausting watching this nigga. And I've always thought that everybody be like, yo, you hating. I'm not hating. Hating is when I'm envious of something. I don't give a fuck if he got more subscribers and followers than me. I could go outside and nobody could do nothing to me because I keep it 100. And I have way more celebrity connections than he do. I don't utilize it because I don't need it for my platform. I'm building my platforms up organically. You know what I mean? But I'm not that deep into it to where I'm going to like go and just drag niggas through the dirt who I don't know, bro. I'll give my opinions on certain situations, but if I saw that something was building, he found a lane that nobody's doing. I'll give him that. He is original at what he does. But that doesn't mean it's a good thing. You know what I mean? Being original at something just means you're the only one who's really doing it like that. And a lot of people do follow suit. And just like the Derek Jackson dudes. Derek Jackson was the first one to capitalize off women's pain. That's what he did. He saw that bashing other men will get him some money. And other guys followed suit. So if anything people follow suit about is using the formula that you use to get views. Nobody really gives a fuck about it because if you really gave a fuck about it, you would be outside. You know what I mean? You know these little niggas ain't watching you. They don't believe you, just like I don't. I'm in between that age. You know what I'm saying? I'm OG age, but I'm still involved enough with the youth to understand that they don't listen to niggas like you. They're not going to respect you. You're trying to be too much like them. You know what I mean? The oversized hats and clothes. It's a mess with this guy, man. And unless you're from New York, you don't know what I'm talking about. Like, this nigga is corny. He's a corny dude, like straight up. Always have been. Always have been. I'm pretty sure if I met him in person, we'd probably get along. But for the most part, I think what he does is corny. And I actually would tell him that shit to his face. And to the next dude, I would tell him he's a cornball too. Oh, we could get down. And I just, like I don't listen to none of these dudes for entertainment purposes. I listen to them to study them because I really want to, I observe the patterns of these guys. Like Wack. Wack is a dinosaur. He doesn't really have any talent. I mean, he's probably good at business, but he doesn't have any talent. So he doesn't have anything to offer the world but that rah-rah gang shit. Hassan Campbell has no talent. You know what I'm saying? He found a talent in gossip. He's not educated. You know what I mean? So his talent is in gossip. Wack talent is in intimidation. All of that shit go but so far. So on one side of the coin, I'm glad that Hassan Campbell recorded Wack and caught Wack saying that bullshit because this is the one time he probably said something that he probably, you know what I'm saying, wrote a check that his ass can't cash. He probably finally did that. Because this is the things that were said, I'm not going to say them back on here, but it's a big deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some real LA gang politics, some California gang politics in that shit. And he spoke the wrong niggas' names. So I don't see him mending those relationships. He said some shit about Nori. He said some shit about Gillian Wallow, who he do call his friends. You gotta clean that up. I don't know how he's gonna clean that up. I really don't know how he's gonna spin that because I don't know Gilly Wallow and Nori to be some fake niggas. I met Nori personally. Nori is far from fake. Old school New York cat. You know what I mean? And Gillian Wallow, old school Philly cats. So I don't see Wack spinning his way out of that one. But as far as the Nipsey shit is concerned, that's some gang politics. I know nothing about that. I've never been involved in no gangs, never signed up, never been about none of that gang shit. So, but I do understand it's a dangerous world, and he's not a Crip. So he might be in some trouble behind that shit. But all of that's neither here nor there. Hassan's corny for recording, and Wack is. I'm glad Wack got exposed in that way so people could really see him for who he is. So it's like, all right, this is a pillow talking, gossiping ass nigga. Like, I don't know if Wack is a grandfather, but he looks like one to me. He looks like he's grandfather age. You know, I think he said he's like 43, but I don't believe that. I think he's a lot older. I think Wack is like 50. He looks 50 years old. You know what I mean? Real dudes And I don't mean real. Every time I say like real niggas or real dudes, y'all think I'm talking about a gangster. That's so far from the truth. A real man is just a man who stands on his own. He stands on principles and morals and shit like that. You know what I mean? You care about your kids. You care about helping the next man out when he's in, when he's in need. Your family members, your friends. That's what you do. That's what real men do. You know what I'm saying? You're a provider. You're a protector. I don't see either one of these guys as real dude. I don't see that. Wack claimed to fame as being a real dude is because he's a gangbanger and he tries to intimidate people. Hassan claimed to fame is that he's an old, reformed gang member and he's out here sending a message to the youth. Y'all gotta read in between the lines on these niggas. Like, read in between the lines. Wack ain't about shit and Hassan Campbell ain't about shit. I've always said this. Neither one of them are not about shit. The minute Hassan Campbell starts singing his own praises after giving a positive message, the message is lost at that point. You cannot respect it anymore. Like, dead ass. If you tell me some fly shit about how much you want to help the youth, but then you see somebody else doing the exact same thing, but instead of praising them for put on a positive message, you want to suck your own dick. Nobody started talking about gangs before me. So, isn't that the goal, nigga? Don't you want all black men to feel the way you feel? Why are you so upset that other guys are talking about gangs and gang violence? If you inspired them to do that, cool. But you got to say it out loud, you arrogant piece of, you know what I mean? I don't like either one of those dudes. And I would tell them both to their face. I don't like either one of them. Wack need to stop with the fighting shit because I saw your stance, bro. I saw your stance. I saw them swings you was taking. Ain't no way in hell. You washed up, my nigga. Like, you always talking about getting down with somebody. I'm pretty sure a younger dude would knock your head off, bro. You can't fight forever. I could fight. I'm in the best shape of my life. But one day, these hands going to get slower. These muscles going to shrink. So I'm not that confident in my talk. I'm not confident in my talk now. I'm very confident now. But in a couple of years, I'm going to have to tone it down a notch. You too confident in your talk because that's what's worked for you. This is a new day and age for both of you niggas. And let me tell you something. The little dirty, bummy Bushwick niggas that's running behind Tekashi, they don't give a fuck about either one of you niggas. And that goes to any of these young cats. These Chicago cats, these New York cats, Florida, they play by different rules. Ain't no fighting no more. They don't have no respect for y'all niggas. I'm telling you right now. So if you think y'all reaching the youth or y'all intimidating them in any way, form, or fashion, y'all better think again. Y'all better get on y'all old man shit and sit back and start taking care of your families and stop gossiping. They laughing at y'all, man. I'm laughing. It's entertaining to watch, but it's sad to watch. Because two grown-ass men is out here acting like children. Both of you. Wack 100 and Hassan Campbell. I don't give a fuck who's right and who's wrong in this situation. Y'all both corny. Both of you. Period. That's just a small segment I wanted to put out, man. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment. Tell me how you feel about it. I don't care about, like I said, I don't give a fuck about the subject. Oh, he said this. I don't care about the subject. I care about the act. It's corny to have a conversation with somebody and record the conversation and you're going in under the guise of a friend. So Hassan's corny for even recording the conversation. And Wack's corny for saying what he said. Y'all both whack. Y'all both lame. Lame, old young niggas. That's what you are. Y'all act like children. And I'm telling you, I can't wait for the day to come because there's going to be a group of people y'all get around and one of y'all going to get punched in the mouth. I can't, listen, real shit, I'm going to cheer when it happens. I'm going to cheer when Wack get punched in the mouth on camera, when Hassan Campbell gets punched in the mouth. And the main one, I want him to get knocked out cold. Academics. I can't wait till somebody get their hands on that nigga. 6'9" too, but his. Let me tell you something. You can't go around doing what they're doing and have a positive outcome. I mean, sometimes your life is your karma because sometimes you just have to live a sheltered life. Hassan Campbell that nigga's nervous. Wack nervous. All that shit these cats be talking, nervous. Academics nervous. Tekashi nervous. Nervous. That's why I put them in the Cornball Hall of Shame. They're four horsemen of the Cornball Hall of Shame. All four of them. Tekashi 6'9", Academics, Hassan Campbell, Wack 100. They can't do nothing nowhere. They got to pick very safe places. So Wack can talk, I'll go by myself, bro. No, you won't now. You won't. You won't now. After that shit got out, bro. You won't now. Hassan Campbell scared everywhere he go. Always got to go with some group of dudes. I'm glad I'm a comedian. I'm so glad I ain't take the gangster route. I'm a comedian. I say funny shit. I say real shit. And I ain't afraid of none of you niggas. I get booked. I'm coming to anybody's city. Not saying I can't get touched and nothing can't happen to me, but I ain't worried about it. Because I talk real shit. So if anything you get mad about what I'm saying, you and your feelings about it. But I ain't say nothing fake yet. Y'all all corny. All of y'all. Anyway, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe. All right? You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace. Bow, 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 bow.